Jai Shri Ram. Now we come to Canto-2 of Aranyakand. Viradha's attack on Ram, Lakshman and Sita in the forest. That is what we are going to hear in this chapter. Then Ram, after receiving the hospitality, took leave of all the sages at sunrise and plunged into the depths of the forest. Ram, with Lakshman as his follower, saw the heart of the forest crowded with herds of various deer, resorted to by boars and tigers. The shrubs, trees, and creepers in which had been destroyed, the water reservoirs in which were not visible, in which birds were not singing, and which were mostly noisy by swarms of crickets. Rama, a descendant of Kakushta, together with Sita, saw in that forest full of wild animals a dreadful man-eating ogre of terrific voice, looking like a mountain peak, having deep eyes, a huge mouth, a fierce belly, despicable, uneven, tall, abnormal, presenting a terrible sight, wearing a tiger's skin, wet with fat and sprinkled with blood, molesting all beings, resembling the god of death, with his mouth wide open, tying 3 lions, 4 tigers, 2 wolves, 10 spotted deer, and the big head of an elephant with tusks and wet with fat to an iron lance, and roaring in a terrific voice, he saw Ram, Lakshman, and also Sita, the princes of Mithila, and attacked them with great anger as Kal, the destroyer of people, attacks them. He made a terrific sound as though making the earth tremble, took the princess of Videha country, Sita, in his arms, went afar, and then said, "You too have matted hair and wearing a bark garment and still having a wife with you, with your life coming to an end, have entered the Dandak forest, taking arrows and bow and sword in your hands again. How are you two ascetics staying with a woman? Who are you two sinners doing unrighteous deeds, bringing a blot upon the sages? Armed with weapons, I, an ogre named Viradha, always wander in this forest, which is difficult of access, eating the flesh of sages. This beautiful lady will become my wife, and I shall drink the blood of you two sinners on the battlefield." Hearing thus the wicked and boastful speech of that wicked Viradha, the overawed Sita, the daughter of Janak, trembled with fear as does a plantain tree in a storm. Beholding that auspicious Sita in the lap of Viradha, Ram, a son of Raghu, said to Lakshman with his mouth getting parched, "Oh dear, I see this daughter of King Janak, my wife of good conduct, brought up in great prosperity, a princess of renown, having passed into the lap of Viradha. What the far-sighted Kaikai, who was not satisfied with the kingdom for her son, who has sent me like all beings to the forest, had fondly cherished regarding us, that for which she had asked for 2 boons, has well happened quickly. Today only, O Lakshman, today know that mother of mine, Kaikai, has her desire fulfilled. There is nothing more sorrowful to me than the princess of Videha country being touched by another, which is more painful even than the death of my father and the loss of my kingdom, O son of Sumitra." While the descendants of Kakushta, Ram was thus speaking, shedding tears of sorrow, Lakshman, getting angry and hissing like an impeded cobra, said, "Why are you, the lord of all beings, like Indra, with a servant like me, grieving like an orphan, O descendant of Kakushta? Today the earth will drink the blood of Viradha, the ogre losing his life when killed by my angry self with an arrow." My anger, which was directed against Bharat, having the desire for kingdom, now I shall ventilate against Viradha, as did the wielder of the thunderbolt discharge the thunderbolt against a mountain. Let the great arrow, getting impulse from the force exerted by the strength of my arms, fall on his huge breast and take away the life from the body, and then let him fall down on the earth's whirling round. Thus ends Canto 2 in the Aranyakand of the glorious Ramayan of Valmiki, the work of a rishi and the oldest epic. Jai Shri Ram.